Come find your yoga mat. Stand wide on your mat. With your feet wide to start, take your hands over your chest, over your belly. Give your eyes a moment to turn down and to close. Bring your attention to your breath. Nice full breath in, nice full breath out. Purpose of the hands here over our body to connect in, to really notice the breath. For the month of March, we're focusing on healthy habits, nourish me. Let every day start with this connection to breath, good movement. I'm studying a lot lately about the hows and whys of physical exercise. The big component of why we move is for mental health. So you connect to the breath, you connect to the ways in which we move to keep our brain, our mind healthy. Take one more breath here. As you release it out, forward fold, take your hands to the ground. You can bend the knees and just do a little bit of a pulse. Bend and straighten, bend and tour towards straight. Let the head relax. If you at all ever get a little bit dizzy, out of sorts, just keep your head up instead of dropping it any time. Look a little forward rather than letting it go. Continue to just pulse the knees a little bit. I need to go wider for this one, but I'm going to lean side to side. So if you need to adjust to a little bit of a wider stance, and fingertips tap down as you go side to side. I'm going to keep everything today at the lower impact cardio zone. Lower impact aerobic movement. If you know higher impact moves and want to lift your own practice, that's great. Stay with me, we'll have plenty as well. Side to side, just a few more times here. And then build both hands up to your thighs. I'm going to bring my legs back in a little bit and lean from shoulder to shoulder. Lot of continuous movement. We need to still pay attention to form, but we'll make sure that we're doing movements and exercises that are going to be okay with the repetition. Okay, stay one shoulder forward a little bit. Press the hands out on the thighs to get a little more stretch into the inner thigh at the same time, into the groin, and then switch to the second side. Stand all the way up. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sweep down. One more time here. Lift up and release. Steady stance, nod the chin down to the chest, right ear over towards the right shoulder, and keep rolling the head all the way full circle. Same direction. Hands anywhere that help to stabilize you or just down by your sides. Do about 3 head rolls one way. And then switch, go the opposite way. And then like standing cat and cow, bend your knees, set your hands on the front of your thighs. Standing cat and cow, round your back, pull your chest forward. Find a rhythm and a speed that works for you here. We're just opening up. This is our warm-ups. Good, keep it going. All right. Come to stand. Separate your feet outer shoulder distance apart. Keep the toes mostly straight ahead and the heels straight back. We're squatting down and up, stepping back for a curtsy lunge and up. Down, full squat, curtsy, and up. This is the movement. Each movement will repeat for a full 3 minutes today. Knowing that, you find your pace, you find your breath, and you keep going with it. As you step back for the curtsy lunge, I'm placing the foot almost directly behind the front foot. Keep the knee even as you bend over the middle of the toes. There's no hop, it's all steps. But you can certainly speed this up a bit to bring the impact even a little more. Chest upright. We're 1.5 minutes in, halfway through this first movement, just to get us into our legs, into our body. You've got it. Pup thinks that's a pretty fun one, huh, Deanna? You've got it. If the curtsy lunge is at all tricky for you, stay with the squat. Try to go full range of motion with the movement the whole time. So that means you might slow it down to still get that full range. It's looking good, friends. We've got 20 more seconds. Breathe with it. For 5, 4, 3, and you are done. Come to back of your mat and just sidestep all the way to the front, all the way to the back. This one can become bigger steps so that it takes maybe just 2 or 3 to get up to the top and back, or little steps. Again, keeping it at lower impact. I will go in and out of this step to the front, step to the back, as well as some lower impact jumping jacks. Stay here, step forward and back. Nice little thing to do. Keep the chest up, chin up. Don't look at your mat. Helps us get a little bit more body awareness of where we are, moving in space. especially that backward walking. Think about all the things that young children learn. The arc of where it's easier, the arc of as we age, making sure we continue to give ourselves what might feel like a simple exercise, but the body awareness and knowledge that it's still there. Turn to one-legged jacks. This is where if you prefer a full jack, you can go for it. Full jumping jack. You can also do this in movement up and down your yoga mat, or just as is. That's it. Those of you in the full jack, make sure you have a nice little bend in the knees so that you're not taking full impact in the foot the whole time. We're here for 20 more seconds. Next move is Warrior 3. When you are ready, join me here. Stand on your right leg, tap left leg back, hinge forward, bend the right knee as you lower, and come back upright. If you're hearing a little beep, it's every 3 minutes, keeping us on a little bit of a loop. Take the arms out in an L shape each time you come towards Warrior 3, back upright to keep your balance. I am using some support. It's not at all cheating. It's just simply some support to make this most doable with a hand staying at the wall or very close to it. Feel free to find the same sort of movement. Each time you're in Warrior 3 with the left leg lifted, little extra glute squeeze there at the top. We're 1.5 minutes on this first side, and then we'll switch to the second side. Slow it down. Think more of a count of 4 to go up, to go down. Can you float the left leg the entire time for this last little bit on this side? Good job. Try one more. Turn around or switch legs. Standing on left leg with right toes peeked back. Think more of a 2 and 2, so we're doing the faster movement. And repetition first. Certainly you can start and stay with the slower repetition, as is best. Imagine squeezing the muscle right onto your bone. Keep the right leg as straight as it'll go the whole time. The whole time that the leg is lifted, that is. Slow it down. Think 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Nice and slow. Hold for the last 10 seconds. Find Warrior 3. Ooh, it's always harder in the balance after all the movement, I find. Do you have it? All right, 2 feet together, stand up. Come find the front end of your yoga mat. Yogis, you know this one. It's the bottom half of our vinyasa flow. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Lower. Peel the chest up for cobra. Go to downward dog. Over and over, do this bottom half. Inhale forward to plank. Knees or toes as you lower down. Lower down with strength. Really think of it like a push-up. Whole body goes down at the same rate. Knees to the floor to make it a little more doable. If you're going to kind of lift up this challenge, you're going to keep toes instead of knees. Hover for that chaturanga right into up dog. So that the whole time, the only thing touching the ground is hands and feet. Full vinyasa flow. Inhale each time you're to plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. If the body fatigues, take an extra breath in down dog. We can do this. This year has proven we can all do hard things. Stick with it a little bit longer. Okay, push back to child's pose. Give yourself 2 whole breaths right here. Lift your torso so you're sitting back on your heels. A little twist to the right. A little twist to the left. Halfway through our repetitive motions, taking just 30 seconds here. Interlace the hands, flip the palms, reach through. Come around to all fours. Extend one leg up and back, doesn't matter which leg you want to start with. Make the leg straight, point all the way out to the toes, and take little tiny pulses. If this is working okay for you, you want to add just a little bit into the hands. Turn the fingers so they face out towards the side of the mat. Still good there. Turn them one more quarter turn around so that the fingers face back towards the knees, and keep going. Bend your knee and lift. Little scorpion sting. I'm flooded with articles about how all the sitting that's happening this year is atrophying our glutes. They won't atrophy with this. Keep it going. Lift, lift, lift. Okay. Leg down. Change the hands as necessary or wanted. Lift the second leg up. Keep it straight. Again, point all the way out to the toe. A little lift in the chest. Look more forward rather than down. Do those little pulses. Full minute with the straight leg. Last 30 seconds is that scorpion sting. Think thigh up, height of the hip the entire way. Good. Don't let the head hang. Head up, heart open. Still that February mantra coming through. Keep the arms as straight as possible. If you need to change to fists rather than palms on the ground, that's a good modification. Here we go. Bend the knee and lift. Still point the knee straight down and the toes straight up, so we're trying not to turn out in the hip. You've got this. 20 more seconds. Keep coming back to that 20 more seconds. It's the time where I'm thinking, how much longer? We're almost there. You've got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a seat on your mat. Lie all the way down for bridge pose. Soles of the feet flat on the ground. Reach your hands down so they brush close to your heels. Head, shoulders, feet down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Go halfway down, all the way up, and then all the way down. I call this one London Bridge. So we're up, we're halfway, all the way, and down. Repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep looking straight up to the sky here. No turning head to the side. Push down through your toes as much as you do, your big toes as much as you do through the pinky edge of your foot. A lot of these exercises we do in Triple B with less repetitions, adding the weights. Bridge pose, for instance, sometimes placing a weight right at the hip. Fewer repetitions than 3 minutes, though, for sure. All right, if this bridge pose is working best for you, you can keep it slight alteration, feet together, knees apart, bound angle bridge pose. Same, floating all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, all the way down. Works a little bit differently in the glute and on the abductors. If you have a lower back concern, knee concern, the regular bridge might be best for you. Take it in, what's working, what's not. We get used to using the resistance of the weights, we take them away. This one sometimes can sneak up on us. It's still a lot of work. All right, we're almost there. Hold top of your bridge pose for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, pull your knees into the chest, enough to rock your way up to a seated position. Separate the feet, hip distance apart. Arms overhead, clasp. Swing the arms down and across the body as you lean halfway back. And then come all the way up, kind of lassoing around the head and swing to the second side. Come up, lasso around, halfway down. This one is purposely slow the entire way. We are to exercise 7, movement 7 of 9. You're well through this. Just a few more exercises. Stay with me. Can you lengthen out the breath every time you rise up for the lasso? Keep the feet flat on the ground. Nice full exhale each time you swing across the body. Inhale as you lift up and lasso. Keep it slow. Keep it steady. Two minutes down, 1 minute to go here. Find your zone, stay in your flow. Looking good. I'm right there with all of you. When you are ready, stand up with me, top of your yoga mat. Save the best for last. Step one foot back and in, stand up. Burpees. I'm taking this first modification with the crouch over and 1 foot stepping back. You can start to step 2 feet back. You can do more of a traditional hop in your low burpee. Any form that works for you, keep it going. This is the last big push. After this, we get to do some breath clearing. It'll feel awesome. What's safe? What's right for you? Push to that max right here. Keep the form. If it gets a little sloppy, take it back to the one step. Even not taking the hands all the way down works. Whew. Throw out a little noise with the breath. Start to pump. Let it be. Full body movement. I think healthy habits nourish me. Burpees nourish me. Find ways to modify up and down that you can keep moving. I think of the mindset that I'm in when I run and doing burpees. Sometimes the pace is a little quicker. Sometimes it needs to slow down. It can go in and out. It is still happening. You're in it for 10 more seconds. Yes. That's it. Keep going. Stop. Find your hands over your body. Sway a little bit from side to side. Definitely keep eyes open if you feel the least bit dizzy. It works for me to close the eyes. Feel free to do that if it works for you. Can you slow the breath just a little bit with this connection? And when you're ready, come down to kneeling. You can be upright kneeling, or I'm going to sit all the way back on the heels. Like cat and cow here, but letting the arms extend out to the side, back into the center. Again, if it's too much head movement, keep your focus in one place. And this becomes quicker, clear away. Clear the gunk from the breath. If you chose a few unhealthy ways yesterday, you're getting it out here. Clear it out each day. A brand new start. More knowledge, more wisdom from what came before. Use that wisdom to propel you forward. What will elevate you today? This movement, check. Absolutely. What else? Be as big, as quiet in the movement. Right here. One more minute. Be fully quiet, fully still. Change to child's pose with the knees a bit apart. Bow the torso inside and reach the arms out in front of you. Child's pose. As you find child's pose, let the torso fully release, let the arms release, and the head release. Let's all cool down from here. Take the right arm, thread it under the left, and twisted child's pose. Take the right arm back out in front of you, left arm underneath you. If you're keeping a healthy habits chart for this month, you could certainly write sweat down for today. Release the right arm out, downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Pedal out the feet. Take the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Step it all the way forward to your low lunge. And then add a twist, right hand up to the sky. Lower the right hand to the inside of your foot. Heel toe your right foot to the side of your mat. Toes out, heel in. Lower the left knee. Pull the left heel in. Twisted monkey. Take your right hand, hold on to the left foot here. Quad stretch, a twist in the torso, a back bend and opening across shoulders. And then slowly release. Bring it all the way back to plank. Exhale, flat down onto the belly. Come to Sphinx pose, set up on your forearms. Elbows right underneath the shoulders in Sphinx. Try to actually relax in the low back. So it feels as though you're a little bit sunk down, but still lift through the chest. Stay here for 3 full rounds of breath. More of our yen practice. You'll see this a lot in physical therapy exercises as well, where just a little more relaxed. Okay, squeeze in those muscles, get strong again. Place the hands under the line of the shoulders, push up and back, down dog. Lift the left leg to the sky. Step it all the way through for your lunge. Keep stepping. I was a little short after all that work today. Takes a little bit to get in there, right? Left arm up. Okay, place the hand down to the inside of your foot, heel to the left foot. Wider, toes out, knee out, hip out. Heels still on the mat. Lower the right knee in. Pull the right heel in towards the seat. And take the left hand to hold on to the right foot. Again, you're in that twisted monkey version. As you add into the quad stretch, the twist, look up, shoulders back, head back for the back bend. And then nice, slow, steady release. Find plank. Exhale, lower it all the way down. Sphinx again. I'm taking the legs as wide as my yoga mat. And there is a little bit of pressure down into the forearms to pull my chest up and through. But then once I kind of find my picture of the pose, chin a little lifted like we see a Sphinx statue. And then stillness. Let yourself roll over onto your back. Pull your knees into the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side here. Stretch the right leg up into the air and find a good little stretch here, some resistance, some stress on the muscle. Left leg can go straight along the mat. And then switch, left leg up, right leg down. And knees back into the chest. Any last little bits of movement here that would feel good to you, you can add them in. I want to give us 2 minutes of stillness. You can do that lying back or in a seated position. Turn your gaze low. Steady your focus. Place your hands in a way that help you. Maybe it's along the legs, over the body, or just out to the side. It all circles back. Yes, we do this movement, this particular class for our cardiovascular health, our heart health. As we join together, even virtually, we do it for the health of connection. To have a mindful focus on stress. For one of the reasons, for all of the reasons, give yourself gratitude for taking this time. And if you're lying back still, take your time to come back to a seated position. Any closing gesture with your hands. And bow in full thanks to yourself, to each other, and for this practice. Thank you.